again. Thank you for your patience. We
Yes,
love
good
you.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our kickoff for Girl Scouts Love State Parks. We're so excited to see you all over the course of the weekend. I'm going to start off. My name is Erica Sutliff. I'm a program manager based out of Santa Rosa for Girl Scouts in Northern California.
And I am Lauren Fialco. I am an older girl program manager, and I'm based out of San Jose, California. Welcome, welcome. So great to meet you this morning.
While we allow everyone to join for a minute, go ahead and drop in the chat if you have a favorite state park or national park. Go ahead and let's start seeing those in the chat. We'd love to hear what you guys are interested in for this weekend.
All right. And let me just report that we are successfully live and we have a handful of viewers. So thank you, viewers. Woo-hoo! Thanks for your patience.
Yes, thank you. We're so excited to see you all. All right, while we let everyone type their things in the chat, I'll go ahead and share my favorite park. One of my favorite parks in California to visit is Yosemite. I know it's a very popular one in our area. And every time I go there, I feel like I get to find a new trail or see a new thing. And I just love that about Yosemite. What about you, Lauren?
I love Yosemite too. Actually, I have a really fond memory of visiting the Grand Canyon, which is not in this state, but it is an amazing park and it just blows me away. And everyone I talk to, if they say they're in the area, I'm like, you have to go. It is amazing. So I hope to get back there soon one day.
Yes, I love it. All right, my friends. Let's see. You can also, if you don't have a specific state park or national park that is of interest to you, you can also write like what type of park you'd like to see. Like, do you like to go to a beach? Do you like to go to something forested up in the redwoods? Do you like to go to like a high desert climate? If you don't have a specific park in mind, you can say what kind of space you'd like to be in when you visit a park. All right, let's see. Don't mind me being on my phone here at the same time, trying to see what all your answers are.
And you can just go ahead wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, you can go ahead and just comment on Facebook any of your answers.
Ooh, a couple of Yosemite fans in the house. Awesome. Nice. I agree. Yosemite is pretty cool and relatively close by to most of our Girl Scouts here in the Northern California Council. So that's exciting. We're pretty lucky to have so many parks and like a wide variety of styles of parks here in Northern California. Some people said they like to go to the beach. Ooh, Jack London. That's on our listing today of suggestions of places to go. I totally love Jack London State Park. Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you all for sharing. I do want to take a moment here to recognize that today is the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks that happened on the United States. And so we're going to take a moment of silence to honor those families and victims who experienced that 20 years ago and who are still dealing with those repercussions today. So let's take a moment here. Wonderful. Thank you all for joining us in that moment of silence. Please keep those families in your thoughts throughout the weekend as we get to enjoy these state parks and try to remember to be kind to your neighbor. All right. So while we are waiting to kick off, you can also grab a pen and some sheets of paper. We're going to be doing an activity in a little bit with this. So you can grab those and set them aside if you have them on hand. If not, you can always rewatch this video later on and follow along that way. Let's see, any other comments here? People are saying they like to go to the beach. Ooh, somebody wants to know about the updates on the process of Skylark. I know right now that we are allowing that park to heal, allowing some of the regrowth to happen. A lot of those trees are trying to come back strong, but no word yet on a reopening time. Ooh, Armstrong Redwoods. Thank you all so much for sharing in the chat. We love seeing these comments.
I wish we had some of the pictures of the skylark regrowth because it's really uplifting to see how life prevails and how some green is sparking up through the ashes, and it's nice to see, and it's going to be a hard, long process, but it started already. So
yeah, actually, maybe we can share some of those pictures in the Girl Scouts Love State Parks weekend group. So if you're a part of that group already, then stay tuned. I'll go ahead and find those pictures and share them in that space. All right, that's a great question. Thank you. Okay, so to kick us off, we are going to start with somewhat of a scavenger hunt here. So Lauren and I are both going to change our backgrounds to be a room, and in that room you're going to look for some things that you might want to bring with you on a hike. So if you see any of those things, go ahead and start dropping them in the chat. Let me back up here so you can see all the goodies in this room.
Simulate us on our couches here.
Yeah, right.
All right. So what are some of the categories of things that they could be looking out for here?
Right. So when I think of going on a hike, one of the first things I like to think about is safety. And there's a lot of things that you need to protect yourself from on a hike, like sun protection or emergency situations that you might have to deal with. Those are
Somebody said cat. Is cat good? Maybe your cat will keep you safe on the hike, but we might recommend leaving your cat at home unless you have one of those cat harnesses and it's a cat friendly hike. Okay, I see we've got some people saying raincoat. That's great. You want to point to our raincoat, Erica?
Oh,
there it is. Yeah. Oh, sunglasses. That's awesome. Oh, the sunglasses are on the cat. So maybe take the sunglasses off the cat and bring them with you. What about boombox? Erica, do you think we need a boombox on our hike?
I usually choose not to bring a boombox because I want to be respectful of the other people in the park. However, if you want to listen to music, you could bring some headphones.
Oh, nice.
Let's see.
Water bottle, great idea.
Yes, our water bottle over here.
I would say that's a must-have.
Yeah, I agree. Water bottles are super important.
Oh, someone says map. I didn't even notice the map the first time.
You're so clever. I had my sneaky little map on the pin board up here.
Now, can you use a phone as a map sometimes?
What do people think on that one? Let's hear your thoughts. How do we feel about phones as maps? In my experience, I don't always want to rely on my phone because there's a lot of things that could happen. My phone could die, the battery could die, or I could be out of service range. So I like to have 2 copies, or if you can, sometimes you can download a map on your phone that prevents the going out of service range issue. But
so if you have a charged battery on your phone and you've downloaded the map, then it could be a good option, but it's good to have a backup option too.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe bring one of those portable chargers. Is always handy to have if you're planning to use your phone.
Oh, yep. Someone says depends on reception. Yep, agreed. All right, let's see what else jacket. Yes, definitely. Sometimes you need a jacket. Sometimes, yeah, you need
yeah, there's a few things on our picture here that you might need in the event of rain. Any other ones that we see?
Oh, someone said rain boots.
Oh, yep. Lauren's got the rain boots.
Where are my rain boots? This side. Dun, 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 dun. There they are. Snacks. Ooh, good one.
Lauren also has a really sneaky tool that we might need to protect our bodies. Want to give them a hint? Oh, yeah.
There's my hint. Can you see what this is
yes.
up here with the circle?
Does anybody know what that canister is? What it might be protecting us from? I think of this especially important when I'm in the evening near like a body of water. Makes me.
Yep, we got it. Bug spray. Good job.
Good job, folks. Awesome. Let's see what other ones might be on here. What about if you had an injury on a hike? Maybe somebody tripped and scraped their knee or twisted their ankle. What's something you might want to have? Hmm. I'm sure people have gotten it. Do we know where it is in our pictures here?
Oh, I see it. Yep. Thanks. First aid kit.
There it is. There's a first aid kit.
Oh, you're very
Hmm.
good, Vanna.
Let's see. Oh, I think of one more that Lauren has in her picture there. This is, I think, really important for taking care of the earth and being mindful of the waste that we create. Any guesses? This is maybe not something you would bring with you as much as like be aware that it's around you.
Someone said garbage bag. Dun, 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 trash can. Yes, correct. It
Yes,
is
you
right
got
here.
it.
But it could also be a recycling bin or a compost bin. So it really just depends on what kind of waste you have. But it's always
Yeah.
good when you're going on a hike. You don't leave any of that waste there, right? We bring it all back with us and dispose of it properly.
Yeah, this is something I think that we are pretty fortunate for here in California. Most of our parks and public spaces have the option to use typical garbage or recycling. And a lot of places even have compost. And this isn't something that I necessarily see all over the country. So I feel really fortunate to have that option. All right, my friends, we are going to move on to another activity. Thank you for participating in our scavenger hunt there. Let's talk about snacks that we might bring on a trail with us. So let me take off my background here so you can see what I've got going on. So what are some of your favorite snacks to bring on the trails? Let's hear about it. So something that comes to mind for me is having some like fresh fruit, like an apple or banana. Definitely water. You want to make sure that you're staying hydrated. And then one of my favorites is trail mix. So if you like trail mix, and that's one of the ones that came to your mind too, let's hear some of your favorite things that you would put into a trail mix. I
We've
know
got
Lauren.
multiple people saying trail mix before we even brought it up.
Woo,
Excellent
yes.
hikers out there. Oh, we've got fruit. Oh my gosh, jelly beans. Wow, that's a cool idea. I like that. Granola bars, peanuts, crackers. You guys are great at this.
On top of it. Wonderful. All right. Let's see. I think Lauren and I both have some of our favorite trail mix add-ins. What are some of yours, Lauren?
All right, some of mine. Dun, dun, dun. I've got some granola. Love granola. Oh, we also got some popcorn. And if we want something sweet and chewy, how about cranberries?
Ooh, delicious.
And can't go anywhere as Girl Scouts without some marshmallows, just in case we need to make some s'mores. No, this is for the trail mix, but yeah. Oh, someone else said cranberries too, and pistachios, dark chocolate, apples. These are great ideas.
Yes, I love it. Let's see. Here's some of mine. I have freeze-dried blueberries and almonds, cashews. I know these are tricky because we have a lot of nut allergies that we need to be aware of. So make sure if you're going with your troop or service unit that you ask that it's okay to bring nuts. But there are alternatives like the granola or chips that you can add in. Let's see. Dark chocolate covered pretzels, one of my favorite things to add into a trail mix. Let's see, I got some freeze-dried mango and banana chips.
Ooh,
Stay tuned
mango.
later. We're gonna throw all this stuff into a cool thing. I'm gonna show the group how to make some of my favorite trail mix, and then you can follow along too to see what things that you would like to add. And then once I'm done, I always try to add it into a reusable Ziploc bag. Trail mix is nice because it's not very messy. It's not sticky or like it doesn't have jelly or anything like that. So it's an easy thing to use in a reusable container if you have one. Awesome. Ooh, s'mores, dried orange. So many great ideas in here. Thank you all for sharing. Here, I have a quick graphic I can pull up and let's see.
Let me make sure you have privileges.
Oh, I was like, oh wait, no, I don't.
There you go.
All the tech excitement this morning has got us a little bamboozled. All right. Yeah, here's some suggestions. I think this graphic is great. It shows that a perfect trail mix has a little bit of everything, a little bit of salty, a little bit of sweet, crunchy, chewy, all around amazing. I'm also going to share this graphic in that Girl Scouts Love State Parks weekend group. So if you are interested in seeing some of these suggestions there, just keep your eye out for it. All right, folks. We're going to do some yoga. Does anybody like to do yoga? Or what are some of your favorite poses? You can drop those in the chat as well. We'd love to hear. I'm going to start off right now doing a little bit of gentle stretching, and then I will do some yoga poses that I like to do. I have my cheat sheet here to remind me how they go. All right.
I'll do them with you.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. So if you have a yoga mat or something, that's awesome. For me, I decided I'm just going to do a blanket here on the floor. You can use whatever you have at home. If you already are on carpet, or if you have something else comfy that you can sit on while you're doing your stretching, that is great. So I'm actually going to start lower so that you can see me. So start off with a simple stretch, putting our arm, stretch it just to your comfort level. You can hold it there for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then I switch sides, hold it again for maybe 10, 15 seconds. Then I put my arms behind me, put my elbow up next to my head, and I'm reaching the fingers as far down on my back as I can. You'll feel it right here in your arm as you're stretching. Then you can switch sides, same thing, lifting your elbow up by the top of your head, reaching the tips of your fingers down to the center of your back. You can hold this there for 10 or 15 seconds.
Feels
awesome.
Good.
And then I will do another stretch where I put one of my feet to my inner thigh, and I'll reach down and touch my toes. This is good for your hamstrings and your back. Feels really good. Hold this one. If you can't reach all the way to your toes, just reach as far as you can on your leg. Sometimes I'll just grab my ankle. It's comfier. Awesome. And then you can switch sides. Extend your other leg. Bring the first leg that you had extended to your inner thigh, and reach down as far as you can. If you can touch your toes, if you want to grab your ankle, whatever's comfortable. Make sure not to be overexerting yourself during the stretching. This is just a nice low-key warm-up before we get into our yoga poses. All right, good job, my friends. Okay. We're going to stand back up and start off with the tree pose. Let's see, I might need to lift my camera a little bit here for this. So for this one, it'll be similar to that last stretch we did. You're going to take one of your legs and lift it up into your thigh here, or if you want to do like at your knee, and then you're going to hold your hands at your chest. And it's okay if you have a hard time balancing. I do too. I'm intentionally choosing my stronger leg here so I can balance easier. You can hold this pose, you can switch sides if you'd like. This side, I'm a lot more wobbly. But just practicing is good. Make sure you're taking deep breaths. And these poses are great. You can do these before going on a hike, while you're on a hike, whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. All right, another one is a forward fold. So I like to reach my hands all the way up to the sky as far as I can reach, and then fold down towards my toes. Same thing as before, you can grab your calves or your ankles, touch your toes.
Is it okay if my knees are bent a little bit?
Oh yeah, I think so. Whatever's the most comfy. The goal of this pose is to try to keep your legs as straight as you can, but that's a stuff you can build to over time. So you can keep practicing.
Yeah, my flexibility is a work in progress for sure.
Always, right? Okay. And another one is the lotus pose. So we're gonna sit back down. I probably need to tilt this again. All right. Here we go. So our lotus pose, you're gonna sit almost crisscross applesauce, but the bottoms of your feet are gonna touch each other. So you're gonna pull them in towards your body and have your feet touching each other. And then you're gonna have your hands at your chest, the same as we had the tree pose.
And we had a question about alumni participating. Yeah, definitely participate,
Yes.
alumni. We're alumni too.
Oh, yes, please. We're so excited to have alumni on the call. Welcome, welcome.
This is a whole family weekend, so bring your whole family.
Actually, thank you, Lauren. That's a great reminder. Anyone is welcome to participate. Siblings, families. We would love to see how everyone is participating this weekend. Make sure to take lots of pictures if you are doing activities at home, of doing like a virtual junior ranger, or if you are able to go out to an outdoor space or a state park. We would love to see how everyone was able to participate this weekend. So yeah, and anyone and everyone is welcome. Awesome. All right, that's one. Then we're gonna do the bridge pose. So for this one, I put the heels of my feet really close to my body, and then I'm gonna try.
I don't know.
Lift up my hips towards the air.
Oh, okay.
So you're creating almost like a little bridge here. We tried to pick some fun yoga poses that remind us of some of the state parks in our area. So I think of this one as like Natural Bridges State Park. If you have a chance to check that one out, it is really incredible. Whew, trying to keep my breath even too.
You could do the bridge pose at the Bridges State Park.
Ooh, that would be a great picture to take. All right. And then last but not least, we have our cat pose. So for this one, you can turn over. You're gonna go on your knees and your hands will be on the ground in front of you. And then you're gonna arch your back like a cat. Almost like you can imagine all those cats that we see at Halloween that look pretty antsy. You're gonna arch your back. Or like a cat stretching.
Keep breathing.
Yeah, trying to take slow, deep breaths if you can. You can take longer on these poses than we're doing right now. We're just doing a quick run through. All right, my friends. Whew.
Ooh, felt great.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us in those poses. I hope that you're able to do some more. If you want to do like a quick Google search, you can find a lot of great kid-friendly poses. When Lauren and I had initially started searching for yoga poses for this event, we found some that were a little beyond our ability of doing upside down and up in the air. So if you feel inclined to try something out like that, make sure you have some adult supervision, but challenge by choice. This is your weekend. Do whatever feels comfortable to you. All right. Let's see. So after this, I think Lauren is going to lead us in learning about the Junior Ranger program a little bit.
All right. Yeah, I love this program. Has anybody ever heard of the Junior Ranger program before? Has anyone been to a state park or a national park where you got to do the Junior Ranger program? And if you want, you could even put which park, if you remember which park you were a Junior Ranger, and go ahead and throw it in the chat. So I've actually done a lot of Junior Ranger badges when I was Junior Ranger aged. I was really, really lucky, and my parents brought me to a lot of national parks, and I remember it so vividly in my memory. It was like my favorite thing to do at these parks. So I recommend you do it because you get these really fun little badges once you complete it. And then you also get to be a steward of the park. So this year for Girl Scouts Love National Parks, or Girl Scouts Love State Parks 2021, our theme is stewardship. So stewardship means, do you know what it means? You can put it in the chat if you know what it means. But it means that we take care of and we protect each other and natural spaces. So I know that the Girl Scouts are already great stewards of nature, but with the Junior Ranger program, you can also be a good steward of nature. So I'll read you a little bit about the program, just so you know. If I can find it. So the program, it's inviting the youngest park visitors to become members of the National Park Service family. The Junior Ranger program gives kids and families the opportunity to uniquely explore and learn about their national and state parks and how they can help protect them today and in the future. So there's currently over 200 Junior Ranger programs, and in each of these parks, kids interview rangers. So you get to interview the actual park rangers. You get to complete games. You get to answer questions about the park and the National Park Service. And at the end of your experience in the park, you're sworn in as Junior Ranger, so you get a special certificate and an official Junior Ranger badge. So today we're going to design our own Junior Ranger badge. So here, let me show you what it looks like.
So if you were already able to go grab a sheet of paper and some kind of writing utensil, you can have like a pen or markers, colored pencils, crayons, whatever you have on hand. If you haven't already, you can run and grab those real quick right now.
Yeah, go ahead and grab them. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. So you can see an official one before I show you my drawing, because my drawings are not the best. So here's what ours are going to look like. All right, so I'm going to show you how to draw one of these. And then you're going to get to give your state park its own name. So mine, I'm calling Lauren Volcano State Park. Woo! And then you're also going to get to draw a logo in the center of what you think could be the logo for the state park that you come up with, okay? All right, so give us a thumbs up in the chat if you got your supplies ready. And also here, let me show you this while we're getting our supplies. So also, in specifically the California state parks, you might end up with a badge that looks like this. So they also come in other shapes. So you might get one like this. And as you can see in the middle of this one, it has a bear, which, does anyone know what that bear is for in California? It's our state animal, right, Erica?
Yep,
just checking. Okay, because I'm actually myself kind of new to California. I'm from Virginia. All right, we're all ready to start our drawing project. Okay, so I'll do it with you and I'll show you the steps. And if you want to do it with a pencil, I think that is really smart, because then you can go back and adjust the lines and make them exactly how you want them. I had to do this a few times to get it right, but I'm going to be doing it with a marker today so you can see it really dark on my paper. Okay. So another thing is, if you have some sort of circular object, that's about the size of what you want that center circle to be, you can grab that and use it to trace around. So I'm actually going to use this roll of tape because there's two circles. As you can see, there's two circles on the inside. So it's really easy for me to trace one time the inside and one time the outside. So if you have something like this that you can trace, that's how that's how I do successful drawing. Is I use as many helpers as I can. All right.
Smart.
So you're gonna take your either your what you're drawing around or by your hand, and you're gonna draw a circle in the center. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trace around the inside of my tape roll. All right, so we got that. And then you're gonna make a circle around the outside of that too, okay? And try to keep it as even as you can. And I'm just gonna put my tape roll right back there and trace around the outside now. Now I'm gonna make those lines a little bit darker. Here's mine. And when you guys are all done with this, if you want to send us a picture of it, we would love that.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, if you once you're done completely with this drawing, you could take a picture of it and add it into the comments in this chat thread too, where you have all been sharing with us about your other wonderful experiences. Like I'm reading about some people saying that they were junior rangers at some parks, at Arches and Jedediah State Park in Crescent City.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Thank you all for sharing. Here we are.
Oh, that's beautiful. And also, I thought about this. I don't have a printer, but what you could do is if you want to make it into an actual badge, which the size of the badges are usually about this big, you could take a picture of it and then print it out smaller and then cut it out and color it in, and then you have your own badge. So you can do that too, but it's going to be really hard to draw it that size to start out with. So I figured we'll draw it nice and big. Okay. So now that we have this circle, you're going to go ahead and try to find where you think the center of the circle is, and you're going to make a dot underneath. Okay, so maybe like a little bit underneath like that could be good. Okay, good job. So once you do that, this dot is going to be the bottom part here. So now we're going to make a line on each side that kind of curves up and around outside the circle that you made. Okay, so you want to just leave a little bit of space next to the circle, and you're just going to go up, over, and up, 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 up. And I'll show you how that looks here. You're just going to go a little bit past where the circle is. You're going to do that on both sides. Try to do them as similar as you can, but I know it's hard. Ugh. After that, you're going to go a little bit. Nice, Erica, beautiful. Okay, you're going to go a little bit above where the circle ends, and we're going to make a horizontal line that goes straight across and connects to both of the outside sides. It's okay if your lines still go a little bit up from it. Nice. So now you're going to try to make those lines even, and then you're going to do one more horizontal line across that connects them. Now you want to leave enough room in this little bar area, because that's where you're going to write the name of your new state park. If we're going too fast for you, that is okay. This video is going to be here. So if you want to just watch along with us and then later go back and like watch the video again and pause it and stuff, it is no problem at all. Like I said, I've already done this a few times, so that's why it goes faster for me. All right, so the next move we're going to do here, this is where we start to get to the tricky part, is we're going to make this top part, okay? So first we're just going to start by making a little curved line coming off of each side here, okay? Just try to make them small and about the same size. Mine are not the same size. Mine are lopsided, but you know, it's going to turn out fine.
A for effort, right? You can re-practice this throughout the weekend. If you are like, oh, this was a great draft and I want to try again, you can keep trying. So you get your perfect badge, or make multiple badges. You can create a junior park badge for different types of things. You know, make one for the beach, make one for the redwoods. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. All right, so now we're going to make 2 straight lines, okay, about the same coming up here on both sides of your badge. So they're going to be diagonal. They're going to be a little bit longer than those last ones we just did. And you might find a better way to do this in a different order, and that's fine too. All right, good job. Now at this part, this is where I like to make this line across the middle, okay? So we can keep it all kind of centered. All right, so you're gonna go a little bit higher than where both of these lines end. And you're gonna try to find the middle and just kind of make a long line, but it doesn't go all the way. Excellent. Now you're going to connect these with a little curvy line on both sides, okay? So curve like that and longer here, curve like that. Beautiful. We've got the shape of our badge. All right, so now let's write some of the things in it that are the same on everyone, okay? So if you need help writing, then get an adult to help you write it, or you can copy it down because I'll show you. This is how it's going to look. Junior Park Ranger is what we're going to write on the top. Then we're going to write State Park around in those circles. So let's start with the State Park part. So in order to make sure it's centered, what I like to do is I find the center of the word and then I put that letter in the middle. Then on the other side of the A, I'm going to put a ST. State. Beautiful. And then at the bottom, the middle of the word park is the A and the R. So I'll put the A and the R in the middle. AR, and then I'll put a P on one side and a K on the other side. Now we got State Park. And then on the top, we are going to write Junior Ranger. And you can just try to space this the best you can. It's hard to be perfect, but you know, just best you can. And I'm writing in all caps, all capital letters, because that's how I saw on the badges. It was written in all capital letters. So go ahead on the top line, you're going to write Junior, which is Junior. 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 And then underneath that, you're going to write park ranger. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now we have the foundation to make our own Junior Ranger badge, okay? So now what you can do is you can come up with a name for your state park, okay? So what are some things that we see at state parks? You know, like in the names. Have you been to a state park before? Maybe you can think of some of the things in the names, or you can peek at my list right here. So we have words like desert, bay. Can you hear me now? My
Yeah, it cut
headset
out
turned
for
off. Okay. Desert, bay, woodland, peak, marsh, woods, island, beach, creek, meadows, redwoods, lagoon, mountain, valley, field, canyon, wilderness, big trees, which that's true. There is actually one that's called Something Big Trees Park. Okay, so it does exist. Rock, coast, lake, river, cove, and ridge. So these are some ideas, but you can come up with your own idea too. I'll leave these up here for a second, but for instance, mine, I just decided to go with volcano. So I named mine Lauren Volcano State Park. And then I drew a volcano in the middle. But maybe you want, and it doesn't have to have your name in it. I just thought that that would be fun. But there are some parks that have names. So you could say Red Meadows State Park, or Tall Mountain State Park, or Endless Canyon State Park, or whatever you can think of. Whatever you can dream up is a great idea. All right. So here they are. I'm going to take down these sample words. But here's mine. And then you can take some time drawing whatever sort of thing. You could draw the bear, the California bear. You could draw what you think the state park might look like. You can see here is an example of, oh, let's see if anyone knows what state this park is in. But this is a common kind of picture that you'll see in the middle of these Junior Ranger badges with the buffalo and the mountains and the trees. But there's a lot of different kinds. So anyone know this is Denali National Park and Preserve? Does anyone know what state that's in? Has anyone ever been to that state? Let's see. Let me go back to the chat so I can see if you have any answers. Oh, someone commented also Kirby Cove is a campgrounds and state park. Awesome. So that park, Denali, is actually in Alaska. And I bet you it's gorgeous.
Alaska is the state with like some of the most national parks in the country, as is California.
Ooh, nice.
Utah, I think, is another one. There's a few states that just have such a beautiful landscape, so they have a ton of like state parks.
Also, Alaska's huge, so I'm sure that helps.
That helps.
California's pretty big too, yeah. Awesome. So I'll show you mine again so you can see how it looks. But go ahead, take your time drawing in the picture and coming up with the name. And yeah, share them with us. You can post the pictures on this video or just in general in the Facebook group. All right, great job. Thanks for doing that with me, Girl Scouts. I appreciate it.
All right.
Oh, actually, one more thing. Now that we finished our badges, let's go ahead and say the park range or the junior
Ooh,
ranger
yes.
oath. So when you finish your junior ranger packet, you bring it, you turn it in, and then a park ranger leads you through the oath. So
Yeah, if you saw in our adventure packet for this weekend, if you were registered and you got the email, we have on there a few suggestions of ways that you can earn your Junior Ranger badges or patches this weekend. If you complete 1, then I think you earn the pin. If you earn 5, then you get some kind of poster. And if you complete 10, then you get an actual like stitch patch that you can put on the back of your vest. Unfortunately, we don't have those through Girl Scouts. You have to go to a state park because it's a really special opportunity that is exclusive through the state park. So in order to get those pins and patches and badges and such, you need to go to the parks. But when you are done, you get to do this oath with the ranger. So let's hear it, Lauren. I'm excited.
all right. So yeah, the junior ranger motto is recited by children around the country, each taking an oath of their own to protect parks, continue to learn about parks, and to share their own ranger story with friends and family. So you put up your hand and you say, I, Lauren, promise to
I, Erica, promise to
treat the earth and all living things with care and respect.
treat the earth and all living things with care and respect.
Be careful of what I do and how it affects others.
Be careful of what I do and how it affects others.
And to learn about the importance of nature and our heritage.
And to learn about the importance of nature and our heritage.
All right, good job, everybody. Excellent. And if you notice, it's very similar to a lot of the stuff that we, promised to do in Girl Scouts, whether it's our Girl Scout promise or Girl Scout law. It always goes along these lines as well, taking care and being respectful of the natural world.
All right, friends. So I think that is all of our activities that we're going to do right now. I know we went a little over time because of our technical difficulties this morning. So thank you for bearing with us. I hope you all had fun making your Junior Ranger badge. I definitely did. Thank you, Lauren. So there are a couple other activities that you can do this weekend. Make sure to participate in some of those Junior Ranger opportunities, whether it's a virtual one that you can do from the packet, or if you're able to go in person and participate at a park near you. Those are really special. Something else you can do if you have a smartphone, you can download the iNaturalist app. The instructions for that are also in your packet. But the iNaturalist app is really cool. You can take a picture of any plant or animal, but be careful that you're not approaching any wildlife. But if it's something that you can take a picture from a safe distance, like you could take a picture of a fern or any type of, cool growth that you're seeing at any outdoor spaces, whether you're able to make it all the way to a state park or even just a local park in your neighborhood. And then from there, you can save those pictures to our group page, the Girl Scouts Love State Parks group page. And we can see what everyone was able to explore this weekend. And if you're not sure what kind of plant it was, someone will identify it for you. So make sure to check that out. Also, starting in just a couple minutes here, if you hop over to the Girl Scouts Heart of Central California Facebook page, they're going to have some really exciting guest speakers from Leave No Trace. So definitely check that one out if you can. I'm really excited to see that one personally. I'm a big fan of the Leave No Trace team and all of the efforts they do to teach different programming. It's really, really cool. If you are interested in doing some other stuff at home, you can practice a camp out in your living room. I'm going to post some videos later about like how to set up a cute indoor camping space and how to do some basic Girl Scout knots. If you are interested in earning the weekend patch, the Girl Scouts Love State Parks patch, you only need to participate in like 1 or 2 of the activities this weekend. So even just participating in this call today has already earned you that patch. So, but the more you do, the better. It's just a lot of fun and exciting. And those patches, the link is also available in that packet that went out. And last but not least, You can also do the Girl Scouts Love the Outdoors challenge. This has actually been going on all through the summer, but it's not too late to participate. Each level has a different number of activities that you can do, and you'll be able to knock a lot of those out this weekend to earn that patch as well. So stay tuned on our Girl Scouts Love State Parks Facebook page for all the other upcoming activities over the weekend. And make sure to snap photos of you participating in those things. We just are so excited to see all the fun outdoorsy stuff that we're all doing this weekend. Alrighty, folks. Well, have a blast, and we will see you soon. Oh, actually, that just reminded me. I almost hopped off. On Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, Lauren and I are going to hop back on a live again and do a wrap up of the weekend. And if you want to share your pictures there as well, that's a great opportunity. And you can also use like a hashtag Girl Scouts Love State Parks over the course of the weekend is another great way to share your experiences. Alrighty, friends. Thank you. Thank you. Be safe, have fun, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye. I guess I have to end our stream. We did have one question about sharing the California State Park page. So I'm trying to pull that up right now so I can send it in our chat. Can't wait to see all the fun stuff that everyone does this weekend.
I know, right?
I love getting outside.
Yeah, for that Girl Scouts Love State Parks page that we keep talking about, it's underneath or like a part of the Facebook group that's like Girl Scouts NorCal Parents and Volunteers page. So in order to enter that State Parks weekend page, you have to become a part of that group. And then from there, it's one of the events on the listing. But this page is also the explanation for how to get to it is in your adventure packet that went out. So if you're having any trouble, check in with your adult at home or troop leader, whoever signed you up, and make sure that they can help you get into that page. If you're on Facebook here on this outlet, then you should be good to go. It should be relatively easy to access. So that's the hardest part, is people having to create a Facebook to be a part of it.
All right, all. Thanks for joining us. See you tomorrow night.